Welcome to Fayetteville, Arkansas, a place where legends have long stood for excellence. Names like Broyles, Holtz, McFadden, Jones, and Johnson. And when they call the Hogs, it is a rite of passage. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the AAC, the UTSA Roadrunners, taking on a team from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Razorbacks will kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the UTSA Roadrunners offense takes the field to start this game off. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese, and it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And the Roadrunners are in the hurry-up. The play-action fake. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Off he goes. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
All right, offense cooking right now. That's a nice pass and catch, a big gainer, and it now sets the offense up down in the red zone.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. The inside handoff. Tough running this deep in the red zone. He's got 4 down to the 11. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd down, going up top. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, the defense just spent a whole lot of energy, too. That was a long play. That developed and took time, and they were pursuing, and they weren't able to get him initially. So you got dudes huffing and puffing and sucking wind, and this offense all of a sudden down close to your goal line. You might want to consider subbing some fresh bodies out on the field.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
And so how physical are you willing to be offensively at this point on 3rd down coming up? Do you want to keep trying to run the football? I mean, you're right there at the goal line. How do you want to do it, though? You want to spread them out, maybe go zone read in the middle, give your quarterback the option to keep it? Or do you want to bring the big fellas in, go jumbo formation, and just try to impose your will?
On the option. He'll toss it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I like it. I like it a little bit different in this area, and I probably know I'm going for it on fourth down. Fourth down is green zone. Especially in this area of the field, I'm going for it. I'm trying to get a touchdown. I probably had that in mind. I got a little bit of a positive game. Now let's go for it and punch it in.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. No good. After the miss, no change in the score.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
Offense getting set for first down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. It's a draw. At the 35, he's open. Afterburner's coming. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Man, this guy's a playmaker. He does not need a lot of space. Really nice job that time letting the pass rush get upfield. So when he got the football, there was just green grass out ahead of him, and he made the defense pay.
And when I got a guy like that, man, I just got to find ways to get him past the D-line, right? And then the draw play is a good way to do it. Let them run themselves up the field. Then you can see he's got some serious speed. A lot of speed in space is always a good recipe for offense. And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, the ground game. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
The Razorbacks are rolling down the field. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Dropping back, it's Green. Setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Fires into traffic, picked off. Got some room to run. And after the pick, everybody going the other way, and he crossed midfield and got it to the 47.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Caught in the backfield, it's Barnes. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
The Roadrunners in the hurry up. On third down, he drops to throw. Finds his man. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You know, that's a great job by the receiver on that curl route. There's a lot of receivers that finish the route and they just stop. And that allows the DB to close the gap and then knock the ball away. Nice job by that receiver continuing to come back to his QB.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Jackson. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy at quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there. You know you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the ability to push the ball down the field and get some guys out of the box, it makes this offense even more exciting.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Wow, what an impressive-looking run. You think back to some of the greatest rushing offenses in the SEC in recent years. Remember that offense that had Darren McFadden and Felix Jones both in the backfield, sometimes taking wildcat snaps? Nobody could stop them. This dude, I think, could have broken his way into that rotation with his ability. This guy's sick.
They're bringing heat. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. Looking to throw, it's Green. He's right on target. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. The Hogs getting it done through the air, evoking memories of Ryan Mallett.
And that's what the fans of Arkansas want to see. They've always got that physical ground game. They always want to have a little bit of balance, and when they get that balance, they get that offense cooking, they get everybody pretty excited. You might even get a woo, pig swing.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying play action. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. At the end of the quarter, guys, it's UTSA holding the edge. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. And the Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Quickly complete.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a ready.
The Razorbacks have pushed it inside the 20. quarterback on the keeper. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football, so the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
Grabbed in the middle. It's hot. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Looking downfield, it's Green. He makes a grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Looking to throw for it. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Arkansas! A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Dropping back, it's McCown. It's complete to the left. Across the 25, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
And the Roadrunners want to pick up the tempo. He'll come out throwing on first down. Quick strike complete. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Off play action. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The give to the tailback. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a 4th quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to pass. It's McCown. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the 1st down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the team.
The Roadrunners come to the line in the hurry-up. He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
And this offense has gotten off to a good start on 3rd down, but this is a different deal on 3rd and long. Got it set up on the outside. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, you gave up the completion, what do? You set up 4th and long, you're going to get the ball back, go get some water and celebrate.
He got it. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it out. It's Green. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, baby.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
To the air, it's Green. Quickly complete. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver, but give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the outside. Kept his eyes downfield, so when he cuts, he's able to get maximum separation from the defender, and that's why that play is successful.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Caught in the backfield, it's Hill. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Here comes the offense on second down. They'll run it from the gun. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. To the ground to try to move the chains. He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1.
Fourth down coming up.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. And the Razorbacks will punt it away on 4th down. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Running it back, it's Carpenter. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to shrink and it gets a little bit more difficult.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Roadrunners send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Then the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground, but you can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Looking for a man. It's Green. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. This is a 3rd and long. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Razorbacks will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Gets it out fast.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. They're working that left side. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling an intriguing one so far in Fayetteville. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's hear another hog call and send it back to the guys in Razorback Stadium.
The Roadrunners will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
They'll go to the ground. And the Razorbacks get it past the sticks.
Offensively, are you going to take 4 to 6, 7 plays? Yes, please. Sign me up for that. I'm going to take that every single time. Great job by the offense. Staying patient, staying true to who they are. You want to run the football. You want to be physical. You want to establish yourself. Check, check, check.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. He lets it fly. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Using his legs, it's Barnes. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They tried to get the defense going the wrong way with the counter, but nothing doing.
Aggressive defense, attacking defense. You want to hit them with those counters, but it wasn't successful in this play. Defensive line, linebackers, everybody's dialed in. They see what's going on. They diagnose it, go downhill, hit him right in the middle of the field.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. And the Roadrunners want to move quickly. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Roadrunners decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Bringing it back, it's Sategna. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up any bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. To the ground with the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. To the air. It's Green. He's going up top. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
That's a great job by the DB playing the ball in the air. You see it all the time. DBs kind of get turned around. The wide receiver goes up and makes a catch. No, sir. DB, great position, knocks the ball down for an incompletion.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. He's looking to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance because in the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. When you think of all the great play callers in this league and all of the Heisman Trophy winners this league has seen at the QB position in recent years, you better be able to do it throwing the ball. This guy, I think, gives Arkansas a chance with his arm.
Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Got it behind the line. It's Haas. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the 1st down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Loses 3. Now a 4th down.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Arkansas 17, UTSA
6. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. Looking for a gap. It's Barnes. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Roadrunners headed quickly to the line. Leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
goodness gracious. If you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Looking to throw, it's McCown. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
The Roadrunners will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. Smashes through. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And 4 verticals can work against a lot of different kinds of coverages. Doesn't necessarily have to be 3 defenders back deep. That time the defense went too high, and the quarterback found the pocket down the boundary to his wide receiver. Great job.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Caught behind the line. It's Jackson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
They go to the ground. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
The Razorbacks get enough for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
And the Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Give to the running back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to throw. It's Green. He caught it. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
The Razorbacks trying to cash it in on first and goal. They're going to run it. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
It's now 2nd and goal.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. The kickoff unit about to go to work. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
And the Roadrunners racing to the line in the hurry-up. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. To the air. It's McCown. Makes the grab over the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Offense gets set for second down. They'll try the run. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Got it, looking for a first. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. This dude is putting in work out of the slot, and he is just wearing out this defense.
Man, you see it, Reese, in football. These slot guys are so quick, so athletic. You back them up off the football so you can't get hands on them, and you just find ways to continue to get him the football. He's making plays, so I'm going to continue to throw it his way.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
After the incompletion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Clark. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
Well, if you could give a helmet sticker to this defensive coaching staff, they would get one because of the plan they've had for this guy at wide receiver. He is one of the best in the entire country with his speed and his athleticism, but they have had a plan for him, whether it's man coverage, zone, they've been able to double him, they've been able to change up the looks, and they have not been able to get him involved in the game, and that's why they're going to win this week.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell, pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Catch in the middle. It's Carpenter. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
The Roadrunners will hustle to the line. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Henry. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went game tackle.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's McCown. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Off the play fake. Fires on the move. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on 3rd down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a 1st and goal situation.
Movement here from the tight end. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. Now it's 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back to pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up early down play for this QB.
They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. Trying to power it in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in their Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
Dropping back, it's McCown. moving away from pressure. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Roadrunners!
Oh, those hurt. I mean, you got them back up. You got them in a fourth down situation. You got the play initially stopped, but playing scrambling quarterbacks, you got to play the second play and the third play because they just keep running around, making things happen, and the QB does a great job on fourth down, getting in the end zone, making the big play.
Lining up for the PAT. And after making the extra point, they're down 24-13. Well, that was about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert third and short from the 30? They'll try to bully their way for the first. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Yeah, they've had a day. It's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Jackson. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. A 3rd and long coming up here. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Gets behind those pads, picks up 4 on the play, but it's still a 4th down and 3. And they decide to trot out the kicker.
On the field goal.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
27, UTSA 13.
First order of business here, don't give up a big return, then the defense just has to keep them out of the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
Well, the quarterback's got to do a better job with the clock going off in his head, guys. I mean, he had all day to throw that. He could have worked through his progressions twice. But because he held it too long, he got hit, and that forced the incompletion.
Second down after that incompletion. Looking to throw, it's McCown. Feeling some heat. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Pocket starts to collapse. He'll pull it down. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down.